How's everybody doing today? Welcome to Marketing Success in Under 10 Minutes. I'm Steven Tyler Rosenberg, and this is Ginzburg. And today we're going to be talking about Facebook advertising and your Facebook Pixel ID and why it's so important that you get this taken care of before February 15th, 2017.
Yeah, thanks, Steven. So, as most of you know, the new Facebook Pixel has been rolled out, but the deadline that you need to be aware of is at February 15th. The old conversion pixel will be completely obsolete, and Facebook is no longer offering support, and after February 15th, there will be, it won't even be available, and there won't be any tracking or reporting on that old Facebook Pixel. So, very important to make sure you have migrated to the new Facebook Pixel, and we did a little video last time about that, just how to set up your Facebook Pixel, and today we're going to talk about analytics. So what happens when you set up your Facebook Pixel and everything's tracking and you're running your ads, some of the things to look into, and I'm going to talk about things that you want to kind of keep an eye on just to make sure that things are working okay, and then of course the important pieces, things like, what is the cost per lead, which is going to be, the main factor that you're going to be taking a look at. So things to keep in mind when you are running your Facebook ads. Click-through rate. It's pretty important to keep an eye on, and it's not like a very extremely important metric.
Like how frequently?
I'd say at least once a day, just to keep an eye on it. Like if you're seeing,
once a day,
very large changes with your click-through rate, it should be, about in the 2-3% range. That's typically normal. I mean, again, don't quote me on it, but that's the benchmark.
Just so everybody's clear, we're speaking in general terms on all of this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you for clarifying that. So click-through rate to that is the rate that people click from your ad to your landing page. The other points to keep an eye on, and this you can find once you go into your Facebook analytics, your Facebook reporting, under performance and clicks. There's a drop-down menu in your reporting called performance and clicks, and that's a really good one to take a look at because it has a lot of different points of data. Other things to keep a look out for is frequency. So that is how often is your ad served to your audiences that you're running your ad to. Now, 1, 2, 3 is okay. If you're getting to frequency of 5 or 10, now that's very high, and usually people start complaining, so you don't want it to get to that point. You really want to keep it, in the 1 to 3, no more than 5 range. If that's happening, if you're seeing very high frequency, then you need to broaden your audiences a little bit more. The other one to look for the metric is relevance score, and if you're not familiar with relevance score, Facebook rolled that out maybe, a year or two ago, and that is how relevant is your Facebook ad to your audiences, and you'll get a score from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. So if you're getting 10, that's awesome. If you're getting a 6 or 7, there's a few things that you can do to improve, make sure that you're honing in on your audiences. If you're getting a 1 or a 2, definitely look at your audiences, make sure that you are targeting the people that is appropriate.
Will Facebook give you suggestions on how to improve?
No, it won't. It will not give you suggestions. It'll just tell you what the score is.
Because it's not in their best interest to tell you how to improve it.
Yeah, because they're getting more and more money out of you.
Right.
So these are the tricks and tips that I have found over doing probably over 1,000 ads in the last year, and working with hundreds of clients on their Facebook ads. So over time, you just kind of learn about these things. So I'm giving all of this away, for free over the things that I've learned in the Facebook advertising that I've done. And then the other things to keep in mind are how engaged are your audiences with your ad? So are they liking it? Are they sharing it? Are they commenting? Again, if they're not, that means maybe perhaps your audiences are not the correct target for your ads. The main thing, of course, to keep in mind is your cost per lead. So how much are you spending cost per lead? I've been getting $1.08 cost per leads for a client of mine that I'm currently running ads for. So that's really great if you're getting, a couple bucks per lead for consumer offers. Again, this is just for consumer offers. That's pretty good. Yeah. If you're doing B2B marketing on Facebook, you're gonna definitely see higher cost per lead, anywhere $5 to $10. So those are just because you're probably wanting to sell a much higher price point product if you're doing B2B marketing. So,
but that was my next question is, so it doesn't matter what type of consumer product you're selling. I mean, if I'm selling a 99-cent product or $100 product, consumer-wise, you're still saying it's going to be about $1?
No,
or does it matter based on the price of what your product is?
It doesn't really matter the price, because I don't think the consumer knows in the front end what your price point will be. $1 is really great. 2 to 3, 4 is normal. Like 5 is a little bit, I'd say, on the higher. And again,
you're teetering on high.
This is like benchmarks. Again, everybody's is going to be different, but this is just,
of course,
yeah. I just want to make sure our audience understand that too, because it's very important to understand, like, if this is not applying to like everyone, these are just kind of general benchmarks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So main thing to keep an eye out for is your cost per lead. Of course, is how much are you spending per user, to get their email address. And then, of course, the whole idea is to put them on your list and then eventually upsell them to whatever products you have, tripwires, core offers, consultations.
So could we go through I think it would help not only me, but I think everybody else watching, like, let's just go through an example of like an industry, or we'll take a product, for example. So like you just reviewed 5 top really helpful tips in general. So like maybe we could just go through those quickly with a quick example of either an industry or a product. So like either a pair of sneakers, or would you rather do like an industry?
An example of what, like looking at analytics?
Yeah, like exactly. So I'm trying to sell sneakers, so I'm going to be watching that once a day. My goal is to spend about $1 per person to get them on my sneaker email list.
So just to keep in mind, what you're talking about is sales, and what I'm discussing is a cost per lead. So we're not selling sneakers right off.
Totally different.
Yeah, we're not selling sneakers right off the bat.
To get them in your funnel.
Yeah, you want to get them first in your funnel and have them opt in to get some sort of freemium product, and then you can upsell them to sneakers. But that's a whole different point of analytics that I think we'll do a separate video on that.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
So, any other questions or comments?
No, I mean, I think that was really helpful. I know it was helpful for me, and I'm sure it was helpful for everybody else out there. Those are really good benchmarks and good things to keep in mind. Make sure you guys leave your comments below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Subscribe, and as always, have a green day.
Thanks so much for watching. We hope you'll continue to get involved and join us as we help you find success in your entrepreneurial journey. Please follow, like, and share with others who will find this beneficial. We'll see you on the next episode of Marketing Success in Under 10 Minutes with Stephen and Jean.